Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something a bit different. We've got a source titled Excerpts from The Truth About Multivitamins. The Truth About Multivitamins, English Listening and Health Learning. And, a title like The Truth About Multivitamins, it just grabs you, right? It promises some real answers on a topic lots of people wonder about.
It absolutely does. It signals clarity. But what's really interesting, maybe even unique for us here, is that the source material we actually have is just the title.
Just the title.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, no article excerpts, no actual content, just that headline.
Okay, so this deep dive is going to be unusual.
Exactly. Our mission today is sort of meta, you could say. Since we don't have the article's truth, we're going to dig into what a title like that implies. How we look for health information, what that promise of truth means, especially around something like multivitamins.
Right, so we're looking at the power of the title itself. What does the truth about multivitamins make people expect to find? What questions are they hoping get answered?
Well, that's the core of it. People see that and they likely think, okay, finally, do these things actually work? Do I need one?
Or are they maybe harmful? Are they just expensive pee, like you sometimes hear?
Precisely. Those are the big ones. Effectiveness, necessity for me versus, everyone, potential risks. And the big promise, do they prevent major diseases? Heart attacks, cancer, stuff like that.
Because the marketing sometimes hints at that, doesn't it?
It certainly can. But the truth, quote unquote, it's rarely that simple, particularly in nutrition. It's almost always, well, it depends.
Depends on the person, their diet, maybe other factors.
Exactly. And the latest research, which, let's be honest, is a moving target sometimes.
That's a really important point. So the truth isn't one single thing. It's more like understanding the different angles.
Huh?
Like the general scientific view seems to be, for most healthy adults eating reasonably well, multivitamins might not add much protection against big diseases.
It's a fair summary of a lot of the research, yeah. But still, millions take them religiously. So one piece of the truth is understanding that gap, why people take them versus what broad studies show. And then there are specific groups, right?
Like who?
Well, pregnant women definitely benefit from folic acid. People with diagnosed deficiencies need specific supplements, maybe older adults or those with absorption issues. For them, a multivitamin can be important. So it's not a simple yes or no.
Okay, so necessity is one part of the truth. What else?
Quality is another huge one people probably want the truth on. Are they all the same?
Probably not, I'm guessing.
Definitely not. Regulation isn't always super strict. Absorption varies wildly. So another part of the truth would be, okay, if you decide you need one or want to take one, how do you pick a good one? What should you actually look for on the label?
That makes sense. And that brings in the other part of the title, English Listening and Health Learning. It suggests this source isn't just giving facts. It's supposed to be educational.
Right. And how does promising the truth affect how we learn about health? It's appealing, that idea of getting the definitive answer laid out for you.
Yeah, makes it seem easy.
But real health learning, becoming properly informed, it's more active than that, isn't it? It's about thinking critically.
How so?
Well, asking questions like, who's behind this information? What's their evidence? Are they showing the whole picture or just cherry picking? Is this advice right for me specifically? A title promising the truth might almost discourage that deeper questioning.
So instead of just asking, what is the truth? We should be asking, how do we find out what's a true, or at least what's most likely true, based on good evidence? How do you separate the science from the hype?
That's it, exactly. And maybe that's the real takeaway, even without the article itself. It prompts a crucial question for you, the listener. How do you approach sources that offer up a simple truth, especially about something as complex as health? What does being truly well-informed mean when you only have a title? Or maybe just a snippet? What steps do you personally take? Do you look for the author? Check for actual studies. See what other reputable sources say. Being well-informed isn't about finding one magic bullet answer.
It's more about understanding the landscape, the different studies, the caveats.
Yes, understanding the spectrum of evidence, not just the loudest or simplest claim.
So this has been a fascinating deep dive, actually. Focusing just on the title really highlights the promise and maybe the pitfalls of how health information is presented. It really underscores the need for us all to be active, critical consumers of information, not just waiting for the truth to be given to us.
Absolutely. It's a good reminder to think about the power those titles have and to keep honing your own skills for finding reliable, substantiated knowledge. Seek that depth.
Great final thought. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. Hopefully that gives you something to think about next time you see a headline promising the ultimate truth. See you next time.